friends, welcome back to my channel. We're here today to do something a little bit different. We're talking about my number 6 book for the BookTube prize. So I just ranked 6 books that were terrific, and I had to choose because, like Robert said in his invitation to the judges, you cannot have ties, you must choose. And so I had to nitpick while I was going through the process of ranking the books. These things that I wouldn't necessarily have an issue with generally as I'm reading, I now had to mark as flaws, I guess, or at least maybe not flaws, but as a reason why they weren't my top book. Yes, you could say hi to the friends. You say hi, friends.
Hi, friends.
How are you doing?
How are you doing?
Say, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Yeah. Say, I'll see you later.
I'll see you later.
But you have to look at them when you say it. Say, I'll see you later.
I'll see you later.
Okay. Later. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
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 Bye. So, Crying in H Mart by Michelle Zauner was my number 6 book, but it's a book that I otherwise really enjoyed. Here's how the book starts. The opening line is, ever since my mom died, I cry in H Mart. Oops. Each one of the chapters has a title, and the first title is Crying in H Mart, which of course is the title of the book. So she explains that H Mart is a supermarket chain that specializes in Asian food, and her mother, Michelle Zauner, her mother is from Korea, her father is an American white man, and so she's biracial, and she talks about the process of growing up being biracial and people asking the uncomfortable questions like, what are you? I'm human. Like, what kind of question is that? But she talks about the experience of feeling like other, but how her mother tries to keep her immersed in her Korean culture and her Korean heritage. And after her mom dies, or at least in the period of her young adulthood, trying to embrace the things that her mom has spent her life teaching her. And I guess especially after her mom dies, trying to really embrace the lessons of Korean culture. The reason for writing this book comes on page 235. The book ends on page 239. But here is a line on page 235 which explains why this book was written. She said, I would do some writing about Korean culture and the food that we ate, how it summoned the memories of my mother I wanted to keep closest. So this is a book that she came to writing after her mom passed away, and she was grieving. She was grieving the loss of her mother, but also celebrating the things that her mother taught her while she was alive. Lessons that were hard to learn, things that were hard for her to incorporate and accept especially while she was younger. I think it is a beautiful celebration of relationship between daughter and mother, which I think is unique. She also explains the relationship that she has with her father, and she talks about no matter how good her father is as a provider and being a stable force in their lives, like the emotional bond, that connection is just not the same that she has with her mother. And I mean, I feel it. I've experienced that no matter how great your father is, no matter how great the relationship is with your father, there are just some emotional things that get processed through the matrilineal line, right? So this book is a celebration of relationship between daughter and mother. And she also explores what she came to understand of her mother's relationship with her grandmother and the other women in the family. And so there's an exploration of womanhood and experiences that are only shared and can only be shared with women. And you know, she talks about other women who dart in and out of their lives, her aunts, her mother's other female friends, and just what she learns from all of them, the collective lessons, the collective love. And there's so much about food. Like, I feel like after you read this book, like you could go to an H Mart yourself and just pick out some things and probably make a Korean meal from scratch. Like, she explains how to make kimchi, which is something that I've always been curious about, but I've never tried. And this makes me want to read. This makes me want to go order some Korean food and eat it. Or make it. Or at least watch a YouTube video of someone making it. So I love this book. I really, really, really appreciated this book as insight into someone's life, because no one is flat. Everyone's multidimensional. There's also things here about her music and about her musical career and about her mother's art and artistic endeavors. Sensory experiences that this book offers are also really very rich, because while we are talking about food and experience of maybe an Asian market, you feel like you could be right there experiencing the sights and sounds and smells and tastes along with the author, but also experiencing them for yourself. So she's able to communicate a sensory experience through her words, and it makes this book really rich, really, really bright and vivid. And so, for those reasons, I recommend this book. For those and other reasons, of course. There's a lot about this book that I really liked, and I hope that you will read it and really enjoyed it as well. So I'm going to do something that I've never done before. I'm going to offer this book for sale. I'm trying to make some money, guys. So I'm offering this book for sale. And the reason that I'm doing that, number one, is I haven't been buying a lot of books myself recently. As you can see, I've run out of shelf space. And until I am able to cull my own collection, I can't really acquire and keep a lot of new books. I just don't have space. So I bought this book on Amazon, because Amazon is the easiest way for me to get a book here ASAP. I put my name on the list at the library for an e-copy, to read a free copy of this book for BookTube prize at the beginning of the round. And a week before the end of the round, I had to acknowledge that my copy was just never going to come in. There were 800 or something people on the list to read the book. I was in 600th something place even after 7 weeks. So I went online and I tried to find a used copy of the book, but I couldn't find a used copy that would come to me in time for me to read it, to judge the price. So I had to buy a copy on Amazon, and this cost me about $17. So this is a hardcover copy. It's still in great condition. I kept it as pristine as I could, even with having a 2-year-old around, always wanting to touch my stuff. So I'm offering this copy. If you'd like to purchase this copy from me, cash at me. I'll sell it to you for like $8, shipping included. So that will help me to recoup about half of the cost of purchasing this book. So yeah, that's what I'm doing with my copy of Crying in H Mart. I really, really like this book. This book is at least a 4.5 star, maybe a 5-star rating for me. I haven't quite settled on my rating, but it's a book that I highly recommend. So yeah, I want you to read it. And so if you want to purchase this copy from me, again, you can email me. My email is always in the description box, or you can comment down below. Let me know you want it, cash at me, or Zelle, or I have lots of ways that you can send me money. Yeah, and I'll send this to you, including shipping in the United States. If you are overseas, then maybe we have to talk about something else. But yeah, highly recommend that you read this book, and I hope you read it and love it, and would love to chat with you about it when you do. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. We'll be back soon with another video, and until we come back, until then, happy reading, happy not crying, but happy celebrating food and culture and life and everything. And today, embrace the people that are already in your life and still in your life, because we just never know how long we'll have with each other. So yeah, thank you so much. You coming to say bye?
Bye.
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 Bye. I love you.
Bye.